Welcome back to AM 590, 99.7 on your FM dial and everywhere at newsradioklbj.com. Let's give them the business. It's brought to you by Pinballs. That's Pinballs with the Z. Pinballs.com. If you're flying out today, get ready to stand in some long lines. Austin's airport is expecting a potential record-breaking number in a crowd today. Yeah, the Wednesday and the Friday after Thanksgiving are always among the busiest. Patty Monches with the TSA and says this time of year there are a lot of people carrying gifts and things like that, but the TSA has a message.
Don't go through the expense or the trouble of making something pretty because we will have to unwrap it. People get upset.
A typical recommendation is arrive 2 hours ahead of your domestic flights, 3 hours ahead of international flights. However, with an increase in passenger traffic today, officials at the Austin airport they say you might want to get there even earlier. It is 5:49. In a big shift from the days of old in Austin, office vacancy rates are at a record high. Israel Linares is with the commercial real estate firm CoStar, tells KXAN the problem is going to keep getting worse because, there's a lot of space still under construction.
Approximately 4.4 million square feet that's under construction right now. And 2 million of that is currently unleased.
He says the rate is just under 17% right now. That's the highest in the nation. But he says there could be a silver lining here because there's so much empty space. Leonard says, the potential tenants could have some leverage to renegotiate a more competitive deal with their landlord. The Downtown Austin Alliance said it also noticed a big reduction in the amount of space being leased by corporations. It's 5:50. Texas is the second in the nation when it comes to new residents, just behind the state of Florida. A study done by the National Association of Realtors found that our population grew by just over 315,000 last year.
What we saw was one of the biggest drivers of people's decisions on where to purchase a home and move was to move closer to family and friends.
That's Matt Christopherson with the NRA, and he says cheap housing also drew new residents to Texas. It was California's skyrocketing rents that saw the largest outflow last year. Austin-based Tesla has been slapped with a fine from the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Investigators with OSHA say they found 4 workers who were exposed to chemicals without proper training or monitoring at the Gigafactory in the area where Cybertrucks are built. And Tesla's gotten 2 fines, one for just $3,500 and the other for $7,000. Thousands of counterfeit guitars are confiscated in the biggest ever bust of phony musical instruments. As we hear from Fox reporter Carmen Roberts.
Federal agents in Los Angeles seized more than 3,000 fake Gibson guitars that could have sold for a combined $18.7 million. The big tip-off, they were fake. They were shipped to the U.S. from Asia. And all Gibson guitars are made in the U.S., including by artisans in Nashville and Bozeman, Montana. An officer with Customs and Border Protection says the fake Gibsons may look legit, but they could have cost unsuspecting consumers a lot of money and grief. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
On the brink of the holiday shopping season, a newly released study by the states wants to tackle the growing problem of stolen goods from retail stores, specifically organized crime rings that target certain stores across the states. It's the current problem. There's no system in place to track those kinds of thefts. At least not yet. State Controller Glenn Hagar, he spoke with KXAN News.
Better coordination of all units. And that's what I think is the next steps. And then we're going to continue to engage in this issue. We're going to completely eliminate it tomorrow? No. But can we significantly reduce it? Yes. Very organized criminal units that are taking advantage of lax rules and lax systems here, not just across the nation, but here in Texas as well.
Yeah, Texas law enforcement officials across the states, they want lawmakers ahead of January session to understand that this is a growing problem of major retail theft. It's easy. Crooks walk into the stores, grab the products, and take off, and sometimes there's a fight with an employee, but most of the time they're allowed to just leave. And now the state of Texas wants to put a stop to it. And the state estimates the losses of more than $421 million a year of organized retail theft. And that number could actually be a whole lot higher because there's no system for reporting these kinds of crimes. Joe Kennedy said, Joe Kennedy is the vice president of loss prevention at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Product protection is important, but if I have to lock those things up and they can't come in and touch and feel, it's not a great shopping experience. The continued growth and the revenue that we're losing as retailers, the state is losing that tax base that they would have garnered from the appropriate sales of those goods.
And some of the other proposed changes include adding store walkthrough programs with police to identify potential problem areas. Could also potentially change state laws that currently make stores wait 10 days before reporting certain types of theft. It is 5:53 here at KLBJ. A Twitter offshoot runs into some legal issues abroad, as we hear from newsman Eben Brown.
Fox on Tech. Another social network runs afoul of the laws of Europe. A number of U.S. users of social media are finding their way to yet another Twitter clone social media service, all due to politics. It's called Blue Sky, and a number of users of X, the former Twitter, say they've done so in protest of Elon Musk's endorsement of Donald Trump, which they say helped the former president win back the White House. Blue Sky was founded by Twitter creator Jack Dorsey. He has since left this new company, but now the European Union, which has been cracking down on tech companies and social networks over a myriad of issues ranging from content moderation to creative licenses, says Blue Sky is violating its laws by not divulging on its network how many EU users it has or where the company is headquartered. But the EU's online regulations are designed for networks with 45 million users, a status Blue Sky has yet to achieve. With Fox on Tech, I'm Eben Brown, Fox News.
It's 5:54. Stay close. Traffic, your forecast, and the Todd and Oz Show is straight ahead.
The Todd and Oz Show.
I got to tell you about the Black Friday week and all of the deals and savings that are happening at the Range at South Austin. You know the Range? It's just south of downtown, 10 minutes south of downtown on the northbound frontage road of I-35, right there at Slaughter. And it's a beautiful place, 52,000 square foot of truly modern Texas fun. This place is bright, it's open, and very inviting. And at the Range at South Austin, well, they have some incredible sales happening this week, November the 25th through December the 21st. Yeah, you could purchase any firearm and receive 10% off any accessories in the store. And between November the 29th, on November the 29th, 10 in the morning to 5 in the evening, check this out. You can experience full auto machine gun for only $35. Oh, goodness gracious. Get your friends together, get your family together, and get to the Range in South Austin. It's a beautiful place, 52,000 square feet of truly modern Texas fun. And find them online, too, therangeaustin.com. That's therangeaustin.com.